Today I'm so excited about creating this new project. It's a 3-part hooping. We're using the new Creator today, and this is my baby. I'm so excited about this. I got a mini hoop. It is 8 by 13, and I already got it hooped with cutaway stabilizer, and I'm using a batting, and I'm just going to lay the batting down inside the hoop. It's bigger than our area because we're going to trim it. I already got the design sent over from Ricoma into the machine, so we're ready to go. Let's get started. Let's do a trace. With the laser, I can tell where it's going to be sewing. Now it's on automatic manual because it stopped in between there, so I can take the hoop out because I got to trim this. So I'm going to take the hoop out and take it to the table. Okay, now I'm going to use my applique scissors, and I'm going to do 1/8 of an inch around the stitching line. And now you want to keep this on a hard surface. You don't want to do it in your lap because it could throw your restoration off. Okay, now we're going to put it back in the machine, and it's going to do another stitch line for me to put my fabric on, a placement line. So I'm going to put it back in the machine and let it do the placement line for me. Now, as you can see, it's a yellow thread on here on the white, so you can't really see it. There's my stitching line around here, and this is the fabric I found in my stash because this is going to be a surprise for you all. This is little spools of thread on here. So I'm going to place it in here, make sure I cover up everything. And it does, and it's big enough that it just lays right in the hoop. I cut it a little bit bigger. It's okay. And now I'm going to put it back in the hoop. Now remember, when you're putting it in the hoop, look at your design because you don't want to turn it around upside down. You can also look, here is the curve, and here's the curve on the screen. So you want to make sure you match that up. Now I'm going to take it off and lay it back on the table, and so I can trim it. Now we got the fabric tacked down. Now we're going to cut just here on the curve. We're going to leave this fabric here all intact. You'll see why later. Now we're ready to put it back on the machine, start embroidering again. It's ready for our fabric number 2. This time we're going to put it right side up, the fabric, right in here. And I'm going to put it back in the machine. Fabric number 2 is finished. Now I have to trim it. And I'm just going to do right in here. Now we're going to put it back on the machine. This color is finished. Now it's going to stitch our placement line for our third color fabric. Now I'm adding the third fabric. This time it's right sides down and the wrong side is up. And I just wanted to go over about 1/4 of an inch on that line right there. And I'm going to push start. Now I'm going to take this fabric and push it up. Now you can put a little bit of tape right here. Now you don't, just like a finger press there. And you could tape it right in here. And just push start. We're through with our applique part, and now I'm going to go into my machine, into thread, and I'm going to take it off the automatic manual and put it on auto, because I don't need to stop because all the cutting is done, and just let it do its design. And I'm going to touch home and hit save and push start. I'm so excited over this because it's doing a quilting motif in there. It's really quilting the fabric together. The machine is finished. Part 1. I had to go and change because this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and I did this on the Creator. And we're going to take pictures here at Ricoma for Breast Cancer Awareness Month for October. So let's get started for part 2. We're getting ready to start the next design. It's the same process as we did in the first one, only it's a little bit different designs. So let's get started. Okay, part 2 is done. Now we're moving on to part 3. So I'm going to take this out and get it started for part 3. Let's get part 3 going. Yay, number 3 panel is done. All I have to do now is trim them up and sew them together. After I trim this up, I'm going to take this and line it up here, and this is how it's going to be. This is part 3, 2, and 1, and it will be all lined up and be able to sew it all together. After it's all trimmed up, I'm going right sides together, the back piece, and I'm going to have tabs up here to hang it. Once this is done, this is the result. Here it is. It's all finished. My little wall hanging that I'm going to create and put in here. I created it. So you could change any names that you want to put in here to personalize it in the Ricoma software. It was so easy to do. I really enjoyed doing this project. And it's just a simple little wall hanging that I can hang up in my sewing room. On the regular sewing machine, you would not be able to do the embroidery like the buttons in here, the satin stitch. You could do a little bit. I mean, it wouldn't be as perfect as it did on the Creator. So that's why I like this. And it was so much faster than if I did it the old-fashioned way, free motion, the buttons and everything. Like, share, and subscribe. Tell us how you like this project. And if you want to do something else, make it in the comments below what you'd like to see.